Hello everyone, welcome to Theo's Forge here in Sweden. Today it's actually a little bit of winter around here. Mostly slate, but it's still some kind of snow. I live in the south part of Sweden, so we got like British weather, mostly rain. But right now we have a little bit of snow. And we're expecting more, so maybe I go skiing in a couple of days. But anyway, here's my topic for the day. Here's one of my single-edged Viking swords. If you look close, it's pattern welded, multi-bar blade. Very nice. And but I'm not talking about the blade today. I'm going to talk about how I make sword hilts fit to the tang. And because I'm very lazy and I don't have that much patience, I never use like drills and file everything and use Dremel tools to fit the hilt to the tang. Instead, I use probably more like the traditional method. I use a drift, especially made for the geometry for the blade, almost. A little bit thinner, especially for this, for the guard, the front, or for the hilt. The Viking sword has another name for it. I don't remember it in English. In Swedish, it's hilt, and this is the lower hilt, and this is the upper hilt. Well, anyway, and to make it fit the blade really nice, I use this kind of drift. After I punch the hole, hot punched, everything is made hot, and this is just. We have this. This is right now super glued together, so I can grind it. And well, to use the more understandable term for this, then it's the pommel. But this is the upper hilt, or upper hilt. Same word, actually. And this is going to be riveted together when it's ground finished and all polished, and maybe I do some silver inlays or something in it. I have not decided yet. So this is just a straight square punch to fit the tang. I use the same square punch to do first the hole in this. Let's see, so I don't got any respect for pattern welded steel. Well, don't worry, I'm going to polish this for the last time when I fit all together, because it's going to get dirty, and you can see here, this is the next thing I'm going to talk about. This part of the sword shouldn't be heat treated, because it's or shouldn't be hardened. So because it's the most likely part that will break. And if you can see here, you have discoloration here from the blade. It's because when I have used this punch and roughly fitted in this slit here, then I take the sword blade, put it in the vise, and this facing upwards, and then I thread this on, and then I use this. This is a pipe that I have welded on a piece of metal thicker, so I have something to hit on, and then I have punched another piece of metal, punch a square hole or rectangular, and so it fits the tang like this. And this way I can put this hot, of course, red hot, down the tang and then drive it into place like this. And I will give an even drift instead of hitting with hammers on every side and bending everything and every so. This will make the blade and this really tight. Actually, I have studied a lot of Viking swords, Viking era swords to be correct, and most hilts don't fit that very well to the blade. So probably most blades were imported. If we take Scandinavia, for example, were imported from some part of Germany, France, where the sword blade were made. Well, where the swords were made, or just the blades anyway. And then they got imported to Scandinavia and then hilted with traditional hilts. And maybe the blacksmith, or if we look at the originals, most of this slit here, is not near this exact. So they have this this shape, but it doesn't fit the blade very well. And if you look here on the originals, mostly you can see pin marks all along the tang here to make it fit the blade. So so it won't rattle around and everything. Let's see. Well, backwards. So this is my way of making the hilt fit, and it's quite good actually. When I'm finished with it and I have pinned it in place, it's rock solid. I've never got any sword that rattles afterwards. And there is another thing. Let's see if I can show you. I'll have to glue it together then. Again then. But just for the show. These pommels look very heavy, but they are not. We do like this. And now this is not very pretty, but it won't show in the beginning, in the end. This is hollow. Because if I have had a full metal pommel like this, and I didn't make this hollow base, there would be problems with the balance of the sword. A sword like this usually has its point of balance about 10 centimeters from the hilt, because it's a cutting sword. It's not a thrusting or wiggling around sword. It's a heavy cutting sword. This one is maybe not so heavy, but anyway, they are made for the cut, not for the thrust or anything like that. So well, they need the balance a little bit further forward to the blade to make a good cut. Anyway, so this is how I make hilts. Everything, whoa, not gonna drop it again. Fits nicely together, and it got a hollow pommel. And all this is going to be riveted together afterwards. And hopefully I'll get a good sword out of it. Well, hope you could understand some of my Swedish gibberish. My English is not that good. But anyway, have a nice day. Hope this learned you something. Probably there will be someone who says I'm all wrong about this, but well, that's life. Thank you.